transmitting live from the future.
Hello everybody, and welcome to the Inlay. I'm DMBigfoot, and today we're going to take you inside a very special box. This one. This is a custom box made to hold everything for the dice building game Quarriors, and it all started with the idea of storing all the dice sets for Quarriors in little test tubes like this one. I loved the idea when I first heard about it. It wasn't my idea, it was Audius's idea. Say hi, Audius.
What? Hey!
That was Audius. He's a great guy. He's a great guy.
Anyways, I started the build like I would any other, by making some crummy drawings and frantically scribbled calculations so I can work out the dimensions of the final design. The design I eventually chose consisted of a base box to hold all of the basic components, the bags, the cards, the basic dice, and two top hatches, each of which would contain a tube rack that would hold 25 tubes. That's all 50 total. And since the tube racks themselves would be the heart and soul of the project, that's where I started. I made a full-sized mock-up of the tube racks on paper and then used that as a template for drilling the holes with my drill press. The racks turned out great, so I then proceeded to make the hatches. I used my table saw and my miter saw to cut out all the pieces and then clamp them together with these nifty little 90-degree clamps. I bought these specifically for this project, and I can tell you they work great. Highly recommend. Anyways, I actually built the two hatches together as if they were one box, taping the parts that would eventually be separated so that they would have a better fit when they were done. And when they were done, they looked great! I loved them so much I wanted to see the tubes in there. I put some tubes in there and then put them against each other for a preliminary fitting, and you see the hatches here? They should be flush. They should, with some room to spare so that the tubes don't rub up against each other, and they're kind of not. Remember to measure, kids! So, after a bout of deep sighing, I came up with a solution. Originally, I had planned to make the chest a sort of wizard's chest, with the tubes of dice being the magical components, but then I got an idea. I'd make it a military crate instead, with evidence from some mysterious Elliot Lang incident. And that would allow me to add these reinforcing strips that military crates usually have to hide my little oopsie. That out of the way, I proceeded to build the base box, again using the taped together hatches for the best fit. More cutting, more gluing, more nailing, and the basic structure was complete. I then added those reinforcing strips so I wouldn't have to cry so much whenever I looked at it, and finally, I brought hatch and tube rack together. Forever. What was I saying? Oh yeah, hinges! I ordered a set of special hinges, and then I proceeded to torch them so it looked cooler and darker, and so that I could use a blowtorch. What makes them so special? Well, these are stop hinges, which means that they, wait for it, stop at 90 degrees, keeping the hatches from hitting the table. I just thought it'd look cooler just to see the hatches hang there, and I didn't want to actually put in like a stop chain, but then, yeah. I should have known this, but these hinges are for like jewelry box lids, not several pounds of wood. And after looking at them like this, I was afraid that the added weight of the tubes and the dice would rip the hinges straight out of the wood, so yeah, I got some chains to make some stop chains. Moving on, I torched and installed the remainder of the hardware, the latches, the handles, and those all-important stop chains. Then I glued in some dividers for all the components that would go inside the box. They also used to have hay as packing material in these old military crates, so I glued in some yellow paper shreds to give it that nice authentic look. I then made some labels for the tube lids for each of the different kinds of dice, color coordinated them for the type of die, added a quick clear coat, and I was done!
thank you so much for watching. This thing was a blast to make. Sure, there were some, let's call them missteps, but I'm super pleased with the way it came out. I am very happy with it. I'm definitely going to be doing more build videos in the future at one point or another, but what do you guys think? Do you have any clever storage solutions for your games? Please let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear from you about that. Until next time, I'll see you next time.